Welcome, 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 welcome. We are in our first class with Lit. This is for beginners, this is for intermediates. But if you are just getting back into exercise, you want to try this with no weights. And then you can look at the video again and add weights when you feel that you are much stronger. Now, what you're going to need for class today. You're going to need a chair, which is going to help you with balance. You're also going to need a step stool that's going to help us with our lower legs. So make sure that you just have it around you, like it's around me, but you don't see it until we need it. The other thing is to make sure you have some water, because even though we're doing the low impact interval training, you are going to get a cardio effect that is going to increase your heart rate, and you're going to get thirsty. You're going to get hot, and you're going to have a good time and feel great. So I am your coach, Laura, and let's get started with the warm up.
Let's lie back gently. Abs are nice and tight. We want to make sure that we are in a good position, bringing our knees to the chest. Breathing gently and giving our lower body that nice stretch that we need in order to get ready for the warm-up. Warm-up is great because it gives us an opportunity to have a mind to muscle connection. We are paying attention to what we're doing. Keep breathing gently. Don't hold that breath. We want to keep our abs nice and tight. We're going to lean over to one side. Our knees are going to one side. Our head is in the opposite direction. And you can extend that back arm. And keep breathing gently. So lit workouts are designed to be gentle to your body. Extend that top leg, and we only want to extend it slightly. We don't have to overextend it. What we're doing is adding an additional stretch for our top leg. And then we're going to keep our abs nice and tight and bring our legs over to the opposite side. Head is going in the opposite direction of the knees, and we're extending that other arm. And enjoy this stretch because it should feel good. But if it doesn't, extend that leg. Now, if it doesn't, you want to make sure that you do something that is challenging, but nothing that's going to be painful. So lift those knees up, abs are nice and tight, and let's do that figure 4. So you can keep it here with your arms down, or you can thread your arms through and give a gentle pull towards your chest. The figure 4 is an awesome stretch and is one of my favorites. Switch legs. And why is it one of my favorites? Because it works the hamstrings, it's working your hips, it's giving a gentle stretch to your lower back, and you feel it. And you don't have to do much. Keep breathing gently. All right, bringing our feet down, let's roll up and give our upper body a stretch. So crossing that arm over your chest. Switch. Get ready for the overhead tricep stretch. You don't have to force this one either. We're just waking up those triceps because we're going to put them to work later. So get ready. All right. Time for the workout. And we're going to start with glute bridges. Abs nice and tight. We're going to lift slowly and then go down slowly. So if you see, when we go up slowly, there is no hyperextension. All we want to do is just make sure we're comfortable with the movement, squeezing our glutes at the top and going back down. So if you notice, my feet are flat on the floor. So this is one option. This is our level 1 option. If you want a little bit more, dig those heels in, lift the toes up, and we're all going to hold at the top for a little before we go back down. And when we hold up at the top, hold it, squeeze those glutes. So this exercise not only works our core, but it's also working the hamstrings and the glutes. Because as we tone and shape, we want to make sure things are nice and tight. So the reps that we're usually shooting for are about 15 to 20 reps with each exercise. But we want to make sure each move is really going to work the body. Right, looking good. Hold it. And release down, nice and easy. All right, we're going to lie to our side. We're going to move our pelvic forward. We can lie down like we're watching TV. Abs are nice and tight. We're going to end up extending that top leg, and we're going to bend that knee as high as we can go towards our chest. So this is one level where we are really lying down and focusing on our balance as we also stretch. Level 2 is where we have additional support, and we're using our elbow as a goal for our knee to get to as we extend our top leg, and we want it as straight as possible. So one way you can do that is using your heel to get that extension. This is strengthening our top leg, and make sure you're breathing. So those gentle breaths are still working. All right, we can go for a nice stretch. Then we're going to get into our second exercise where we're still going to lie down, but this time we're going to extend our leg and raise up nice and slow. So when we're thinking about raising our legs nice and slow, we want to make sure that leg is still extended as straight as we possibly can. If you can't get it straight, it's okay. You will get there. You will notice the moves get easier. And talking about easier, these exercises in the beginning may seem easier, but when we do the reps, that's when we're really going to start to feel that burn. And if you notice, this is a position that you might see people have when they're watching TV. So guess what you could be doing? But we don't want to do too much. We only need to do this workout 2 or 3 times a week. Keep breathing. Now let's go for another stretch. Then we can get ready to do the other side. So when we do the other side, we are going back to our glute bridges. So challenge yourself this time. As you lean back nice and easily, abs nice and tight, try digging those heels in first, and then go up nice and easy when you're ready. Let's do it. Up. Squeeze it. Remember, our goal is to get to 15 to 20 reps, moving nice and easy. It's not a race. We are increasing the tension by going a lot slower. So this way we get to use more of our body weight. Yes, loving the hold. Hold it. All right. We want to make sure. Squeeze the bum bum. Squeeze. Yep, keep it going. Keep it going. All right, leaning to the side. Let's tilt that pelvis forward slightly, get nice and comfy, and we're going to get ready to do that top leg knee bend with the extension. Nice and easy. So now you have an idea of what it is that you're doing, and you can change positions. You don't have to stay completely on the floor like I am. If you decide that you want to bring your head up, you can use your arm to bring your head up, or you can use a pillow. So be comfortable when you work the lower body. Keeping the leg nice and straight. And trust me, you will definitely feel this because you are using muscles that you haven't used in a while. Even if you're used to doing an exercise that's like this, but if you haven't gone at this tempo, it makes a world of difference. A nice stretch. And then we'll get into that second exercise for that leg, which is our leg lift. So extending with the heel, go up nice and easy. And come down just the same. So what I want you to notice here is that my leg height is going to be different than your leg height. So you might be higher than mine, you may be lower than mine. But no matter what height you go to, I want to make sure that that tempo is slow. Slow going up and slow coming down. So one of the things that you'll also notice with these exercises is that you might feel some tension at the lower leg. And that's because even though it's not moving, it's putting in work by stabilizing you and keeping you still so you can just really focus on that upper leg. So that bottom leg is getting a workout too. All right, stretch it out. Give it some love. And now we are ready to do some core work. So, I'm excited. Y'all excited? All right, let's get ready for our next exercise. So I want you to go and grab your step go and grab your chair. Remember, I said the chair is just to stabilize you. So we want both feet flat on the floor. Your abs are nice and tight, and we're going to go for leg dips. With the leg dips, what you're doing is you're keeping one foot flat on the step. The other leg is going down nice and slow, where you are going to do a gentle toe tap on the floor, which is one level. The other level is that when you go and do the leg dip, you're going to use no chair at all. So this is actually working your balance just a little bit more. So you're still trying to get that toe tap, but without the use of support from the chair. Our next level is going to give us an opportunity to really grow into this exercise. And that is where we get to put our leg to the side. And we're going to put our foot flat on the ground. So our body can shift, or we can really focus on keeping the weight on that leg that is on the step. So this really gets the focus on our balance, whether you use the chair or not. Either way, you'll notice a difference when you repeat this exercise. Right. You know, what we do to one side, we do to the other. So let's shake it out and move that chair to the other side. And we're going to do the leg dips from the back before we switch it to the other side. So, foot is flat on the stool, abs are nice and tight. We're going to lift one leg up off, the one we did not work. Bring that leg down. So hopefully you can get to see that my leg is shaking. So just because I am instructing you doesn't mean that I am not getting my workout with this exercise. It is challenging for every fitness level. So don't think that just because the chair is there, just in case you need support. There are days you may need the chair, there are days you may not need the chair. And if you don't have a chair to use at the time, you can use the wall. You got resources all around. Example where you're shifting your weight and your foot flat on the floor and coming back up. Now to the side. It's not a rush, nice and slow. And if you don't have a step stool, you can use a stair in your house. You can use a stair outside. If there are no cars coming, you can use a curb. Anything that's going to give you a slight level to where you can do the dip. And you can do the same thing without a stool at all. So don't think that just because you may not have everything that it can't be done. So we can definitely work it out. So if you need a demo for that one, all you have to do is let me know. You know, I'm just one message away. So you should definitely feel this in your quads. Those thighs, they're wondering what's happening. But the growth, you're going to feel it. So You can put the step stool away for later. Put that chair away. So loosen it up. So you're definitely feeling it there. So let's get started with high knees. Weight or no weight. Nice and slow. This is another great balance with the abs workout. So we're going up nice and slow, knee to the belly, so that we can really focus on working our abs. We want to make sure that we get our mind connected to the muscle that we are actually using. So this is going to prevent you from actually using your hip flexors. And while we are working the core, get a little bit of workout with those arms. You see where that weight is. Whether you have a weight in your hand or you're holding your hands together in front of you or separated like you're doing a march of the wooden soldiers with your arms out, you're going to feel it. Now let's get ready, abs nice and tight, and twist. This is called our trunk twist because the core is the trunk. And what we're doing is working the obliques. So what I want to point out here is that it is very important that you don't use a very heavy weight because that is going to thicken up your waistline. If you are focusing on trying to not only strengthen your obliques and you want them to be shapely with the curve, you want to use a lighter weight. One where you will feel challenged, but not where it is too challenging or too heavy. Now keep it going. Now we're going to grab our other weight if you are using weights as we get ready for our deadlift. So roll our shoulders, lock it in, abs tight, knees soft, and roll down nice and slow. And when you go down, you're hinging right at the hips. The neck is a neutral spine. And to really activate your posterior chain, you want to roll that weight or roll your hands against your thighs. When that happens, your posterior chain, which is your hamstrings, your glutes, and your lower back, they become more engaged. So that just places more emphasis on the work. So this section that we've been focusing on is the core. And the core is not just about the abs. It's about that posterior chain. So kudos to you with that. Nice and exciting. So if you feel that you need to get something to drink, go get something to drink. Always know that you can press pause before we get ready to do the wall push-up. So here we are, hands at chest level, feet are apart, and we go down slowly and come up slowly. So if you have your feet flat on the floor, this is one level where you might be able to challenge yourself. But you want to make sure that you're breathing and you're going down slowly. When you're ready for the next level, one of the things that you can do is you can go up on your tippy toes. Yes, tippy toes, and then do the same thing. So this makes it a little more challenging if you weren't feeling it with the other level. Wall push-ups are awesome because they work your chest, they work the triceps, they work the core. So now, let's continue working it out. And we have our chest press. So if you see here, my elbows are not going above my shoulders. And When I go all the way back, I'm squeezing my shoulder blades because I'm activating my shoulder blades. And you can see this can be done without weights. And if you want to go and add weights, you can start with a lighter set of weights just to get familiar with that movement, because you don't want to do anything where you're going to injure your back. Squeeze. So since we know we're focusing on the chest too, act like there's a pencil. So when your hands or those weights meet back up in the front, squeeze it. You want to feel that squeeze. All right. We got tricep kickbacks. And what I love about the tricep kickback is that it gives you an opportunity to do a bicep curl too. So you want to make sure that your elbow is to the side, glued to your shirt, and that when you extend your arm all the way behind you, that you are squeezing, and that is going to activate your triceps. And we got a little bonus at the end of our exercise where we get to pulse it. All right. It's like, how you feeling? Good. Lunchtime with the shoulder press. So you're going to go down nice and slow. And when you come up, you're going all the way up with those weights. So you have an option. You can, when you go down, it's okay for your knee to tap the floor. You just want to tap it lightly. You don't have to tap the floor at all. You want to make sure that your posture is upright, because our goal is to get to 90 degrees in the front bend and 90 degrees with the back bend. So if you feel that this is a goal that you're working towards, it's okay to go halfway, because what you're doing is you're building your strength so that you can do these functional movements. Switch to the other side, abs nice and tight, and stable, hips are square, and we're going down, coming up nice and slow. This is awesome. You are doing great. Keep it up, keep it up. So we are almost there with our workout being completed. Every time you go up, it's like, yes, I did it. So be your own cheerleader. It's like I'm cheering for you too. All right. And to end our workout, we have calf raises. So when you do the calf raises, you want to take it easy. This is also balance and strength. So we're going nice and slow on the way up and on the way down. You can use the weights or you can not use any. Just see how you feel. If you feel like you need a little support, it's okay to use the wall. It's okay to use the chair. It is not taking away from your workout. Now it's time for a nice cool down stretch. So we just worked with those calves, and what we're going to do is stretch it out. All right, it's time for that cool down. Stretch it out. Put the heel to the floor and bend over slightly. You should really feel it in your calf and your hamstrings. And when you're ready, switch legs. Do the same thing. We're going to take our stretching to the mat and do the same exercises that we did in the beginning. So lie flat on your back, abs tight, bring your knees to your chest. The stretch feels so good. Breathing gently, just taking it all in. You want to make sure that your abs are nice and tight as we go and drop our knees and get ready for the figure four. You can thread your arms through or a gentle pull if you need to. And let's switch. I tell you, the figure four is my favorite, one of them anyway. Just feels so good and stretches so many muscles. You want to keep your abs nice and tight, bring your feet down, and then drop the knees to one side and the head goes the opposite direction. Breathing gently, because breathing is important. You want to keep your abs nice and tight. Bring your knees over to the other side and head in the opposite direction. Doing great. All right, let's get up so we can go into our child's pose, which is such a great stretch. Really stretching the shoulders, the upper back, glutes. Let's thread our arm. Let's get that shoulder stretch in a different angle. And you want to try to get that shoulder to the mat. That's how you know you're getting that really good stretch. And let's go and bring the other arm thread right under. So important in order to get a good stretch afterwards. It helps with the recovery with your muscles. All right, let's get up. Nice stretch up. We're going to lean to one side. That gentle breathing. Abs nice and tight. Now we're going to take it to the other side. Breathe in. You should really feel good. And then come down. And I want to thank you for an awesome class today. See you in the next video. Oh yeah.